18th.
Commissioner Ernst,
Here.
Commissioner Engel,
Here.
Commissioner Rollins,
Here.
Commissioner Vogelsang,
Here.
Commissioner Wright.
Here. Any changes to the agenda tonight? Nope. All right, any public requests? If you guys have anything to say, any comments or anything, you can get up to the podium. You have 3 minutes. Please state your name and your address. And you have the floor.
Yes.
And there's gonna be a microphone too, so if you don't want to get up with the podium, we can kind of pass that around as well.
Hi, my name is Zachary Newell, 629 West Clearbrook Circle. As a member of the community and a member of the golf community, one of the main reasons why we've tried to fill the room today is just have a voice for junior golf, family golf, and parks and recreation in the golf department of Boca Raton. With the new RFP development, I think it's really important to stress the need for the public sector of golf in Boca Raton with an area that is mainly dominated by private golf. And there's less access for kids to get on the golf course and be involved with the game of golf. And what can be done with more golf facilities in the area for kids and families to be together and grow together, I think would be very important. I think this room being full today kind of shows why there's a need for that. And we hope you guys see that as well. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Pedro Delfino. I'm at 2371 Northwest 30th Street. I have been a Boca Raton resident and owner since the year 2000. I'm here today to support the development of the surf park in Boca Raton. And I'm doing that as a representing my senior citizen friends who, like me, weren't able to learn how to surf when they were younger because of work and obligations, family, etc. And having a surf park is an opportunity for seniors to learn something that they always wanted to learn, because it will represent. What it does is it makes a controlled environment for any person, child, senior citizens, any other person to learn surfing in a very safe way. This surf park will also is going to be designed with sustainability and education education focus. So I respectfully urge the city officials to consider the long-term effects and benefits of this project. A surf park in Boca Raton will be a landmark addition to our city, enriching the lives of young people and also citizens, all senior citizens like myself and all my friends, while reinforcing our reputation as a destination for innovation and outdoor excellence. You know, Boca Raton is everybody knows Boca, how beautiful it is. The green city, right? The city of the green. So this would definitely be an addition to that. So thank you very much for your support, and hopefully we can get a surf park soon. Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna move over to this side of the room. Joel. Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Joel Rass, 45 Northwest 69th Street. If it's okay, Angelo Sand wanted to come tonight, but he couldn't make it, and he asked me to give you guys a packet and then read this letter, if that's okay. Is that okay to do?
You have 3 minutes.
That's fine,
so.
yeah. Hi, city officials from Angelo Sands regarding Ocean Breeze property. I've always seen my role here as an advisor to you regarding the golf situation in South Florida. Soon you'll be making some important decisions regarding golf in Boca. Since Ocean Breeze closed in 2016, there has been community effort advocating for an affordable golf facility that will preserve the green space and provide opportunities for juniors, beginners, seniors, and those who are handicapped. My concern has always been affordability, beginning with an interest in youth whose parents cannot afford to send their children to camps, and sometimes they cannot even afford for their children to play a round of golf. This concerns for youth now, to me. In 1968, I graduated from college and started following as a teacher and a head coach in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. My first summer, I created a junior golf league at municipal course. I convinced our city leaders to permit the youth to play for free on Wednesday mornings in our league. By asking various businesses to contribute, we were able to have a hot dog and picnic at the end of the season and distribution of trophies. In 2017, I retired as men's golf head coach at FAU. Most of my life has been devoted to youth playing great game in this world. In addition to serving juniors, we also want to again have comfortability community environment for those thousands of people living in Boca Chica. And we'd like to extend golf advantages to seniors, beginners, and those who are handicapped as you know, Ocean Breeze area is designed as part of a park. A park is defined as a large public area in town for recreation. I believe the Ocean Breeze land area will best be served by strong community-county partnership collaboration and the direction of sole development by private enterprise may disenfranchise this group, as people already mentioned. Respectfully, Angela Sands, 7348 East Country Club Boulevard. The only thing I just want to add to really is, as you're going through this RFP process, this is, as Bob Rollins said in the past, that you got to do this right. This is your last piece of recreation land. Big thing is he brought up the affordability side. And whatever you guys do, as you're going through it all, don't just focus on the dollars you're going to come in, but how many lives you can impact through different programs there as well. Because that's what recreation really should be, is, impacting the kids, giving them healthy mindsets. And in that area, there's a lot of kids who have nothing to do, and they're just stuck in their condos up there. So that's one thing that's really hard. It's like, there's a lot of space, so you can do a lot with it collectively, a lot of different activities, but just really focus on what can be done there and how you can impact a lot of lives, not just the dollars. So thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
We're back here, okay. Ken Folsom moved here in 1983.
Oh,
And-
please state your address.
3902 Northwest 23rd Court, Boca Raton, 33431. Thank you for your time and consideration. I didn't actually prepare a speech, but I just wanted to present as a citizen, moved here in 83, loved the original golf course because it was a reasonable place to play. I couldn't afford a country club. I didn't want a country club. I just wanted to play golf at a reasonable price at a course that was kept in reasonable condition. And that's what we had. This trade-off now, Boca decided they wanted a country club. And they took over a losing proposition that we don't need to really talk about. But we have a decent course. We now have a majestic clubhouse. There's a lot of people that just would like to play golf on a well-maintained course, maybe have a place that can get a little lunch afterwards, not a two-story mansion. That's what we had. That's what a lot of people would like to have again. I think we missed the opportunity to have that when this country club became available. And yeah, it's hard to refuse something that's for free, but is it really what the majority of people at Boca really want? Or do we really want a nice golf course at a reasonable price with reasonable facilities, wonderful chance to have expand it to get more kids involved, a chance to expand. I actually joined Boca Chica when it was still Boca Chica, then it became Ocean Breeze. We missed that. Nice golf course, reasonable. Not everybody wants a country club. A lot of us just want a nice golf course for a reasonable price. Thank you.
Thank you.
Al Travasos, 21692 Cromwell Circle, Boca Raton. I'm here today as a board member of the Via Verde HOA, which encompasses this project as part of the membership. I'm here to address the cell tower proposal. I was hoping it would be added back to the agenda today, if you don't mind. I know it's been a discussion for over 2 years, I think, by this board. And we've had a lot of homeowners contacting us about poor cell service and couldn't we do something? And then we learned that you were considering it. So we've told the homeowners it was under consideration, and I'm trying to get it advanced along for further conversation. So I understand there's some issues on it, and maybe you could address those today and give some direction, and we could proceed on it. If you need support, we're there for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Just me?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Hi, my name's David DePiro. I live at 884 Northwest 7th Street. I'm here in support of the Boca Surf Park. I'm here with my family. My kids both surf. I grew up surfing in Florida. It's kind of frustrating because there's only waves maybe 3 or 4 times out of the year, but there's a huge community of surfers that love to surf, and we try our best to get out there and surf when we can. So I can guarantee you this is going to be something that's going to be really well received with the community. There's tons of kids and adults alike that are going to want to be there all the time. So it's always going to be used. Also, I was a professional beach volleyball player for a long time. And this proposal also has about, I think, 4 or 5 beach volleyball courts that they want to put in there also. And I think that would be a great thing for the community. You can do leagues there. You can do different youth things. You can bring in the high schools. The high school girls are one of the most for beach volleyball for girls. It's the fastest growing sport in NCAA right now. So I think that'd be right now in Florida or in Boca, there's only 3 courts scattered around the whole city, and they're only single courts. So you can't plan to go to a court and expect to be able to use it if there's only 1 court there. So the guys and girls that play volleyball just go to the beach because they show up to one of these courts and then somebody else wants to play, they have to get off of it. So it's almost useless to just have 1 court. So I think it's really nice and a good thought to have what I think he said it was a 4 or 5 courts that they're trying to put in over there. But that's my part. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Sil Ciliberti, 6200 Northwest Second Avenue, Boca Raton.
Hello?
10 seconds of quiet. When you're expecting sound, seems like a long time. When you're expecting noise or you're expecting silence, noise would be a long time. The right of quiet enjoyment is not a suggestion, it's a legal enforceable property right. Florida law explicitly protects property owners from unreasonable disturbances that interfere with peaceful use of their homes, and this right is reinforced by the Due Process Clause of the 5th and 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. When I purchased my Boca Chica property with its deed restriction, with the expectation that the right of quiet enjoyment would be respected and upheld. This right cannot be waived, ignored, or overridden by the development, skating, surfing, and other smorgasbord of last-minute ideas. My support for the proposed skate park or wave park or anything is strictly conditional on everything. It requires implementation of comprehensible, measurable, enforceable, and sound mitigation strategies from the very beginning of the design. I recently went to the, I just dropped that anyway. I recently went to the development of the skate park, saw all these designs, saw nothing for sound. I was told there's going to be trees and berms and, that's everything else was all in nice little posters, and we voted and there were lights. If the projects proceed without meaningful, effective noise abatement, it'll be a Constitution direct violation of property rights. Formal complaints to the city, county, state regulatory authorities, injunctions to halt construction or operation until compliance is achieved, civil litigation, including claims for damages arising from negligence, nuisance, and breach of quiet enjoyment. We live here. We've been going to these meetings for 10 years. Well long before the Beach and Parks have bought the property. So, you come last minute and think you're going to just carve up this property after so much has been on. Maybe there is a place for some of these activities. I represent 8 owners, and I'm sure there's plenty more in that class. If we have to seek representation, we will. Quiet, peace, enjoyment. We have the right.
Thank you. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Chris Payne. I am a resident of Deerfield Beach, 1023 Southeast 14th Drive, 33441. I'm here show support for the development of the surf park. and also talk about the sounds. I think the sounds that would come from a surf park, a skate park, a golf course, would be sounds of happiness. Kids having a good time, joy, fun. I don't know what it sounds like out there at the moment, but I've been to plenty of golf courses and I've been to plenty of surf parks and skate parks, and I've never heard a bad sound come from one. I live in a town just south of here, and I wish that we would develop what you guys, I wish we would do what you guys are doing here. I think I know Boca is known for innovation. You know, you guys have the best schools, you have the best beaches, some of the best residents. I would encourage you and all of the residents to really get behind what you have here and nurture it, because it's something special. And as we talk about the surf park, you know, this is probably one of the first ones in South Florida, but I can almost guarantee you every city wants one, and you guys have the ability to have it. So I hope you do it. And I hope the golf and the skate park and all the other stuff comes to fruition as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Need to reset the clock? Okay. Hi, I'm Mark Tour. I live at 17192 Bermuda Village Drive. I live at the Boca Raton Golf and No Racket Club. I just recently retired and I decided I was going to play golf because here's a public course. And it's great. I met a lot of people and everything like that. I live on the golf course, so it's great. The golf course is not always quiet because people get mad and they damage things, and I'm happy to report them when I see it. But it's been almost 4 years, and I think what you're doing with the new golf course idea is great, because you can never have enough golf. I see the kids could use some more areas to play as well. But I'm sure most of the people here probably don't golf, so you can't really understand it, or have been at the facility. But it's been almost 4 years, and the infrastructure for restrooms is really bad. We've gone a couple years with no restroom after you're done with 9 holes. As you get older, you can't hold it in as long. And there's plenty of people that just, while I'm playing, and they just go over the bushes, and they're doing it in front of people's houses and stuff like that. It is funny, but it's not. And I don't understand why they keep saying they're going to fix the bathrooms and they're going to remodel and all that stuff. And here it is almost 4 years later and nothing. So you need to put some of your money in your existing infrastructure, because this really is a nice golf course and it can really mean a lot to Boca if only people played golf and understood, or come by. I've even asked the mayor and one of the council members to come by, and I just get the rhetoric. So that's it. You know, take care of what you already got too. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Jane Antall. I live at 469 Northwest 53rd Street. I've lived in Boca Raton for 68 years. My home is paid off. I live on what used to be the Boca Chica Golf Course, where in my deed it was stated that I would have golf into perpetuity behind my house. Now I have, in paying off my house and being retired, I have to look forward to either a surf park or a skate park or everything that will definitely interrupt my tranquility in my later years. For the person that wants the people that want the surf and skate park, I understand their want. But why aren't they in school during the majority of the time? They will be in school. You're not going to have this open at night, I don't think. So I urge you to please listen to a neighborhood that is majority of retired people. We don't want to hear skateboards or whatever. I have nothing against skateboards, and I have nothing against children having fun. But I grew up in this town. We made our own fun. We didn't have to rely on councils and all that stuff to pay for our fun. It's up to the parents and to guide these children to the fun they have, not just drop them off at a park and let them take over. They knew there was a problem there when they were dropping off kids at the mall. So I urge you to really think about the population of North Boca on the Ocean Breeze former golf course to not put these things in place, because our tranquility and peace of mind depends on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Robert Duquette, 5351 Northwest Third Terrace. All of you have seen the Park Program Development Commission meeting where they had the Ocean Breeze Park Master Plan. This was based upon surveys of the entire city at the time. And the top few resulting requirements or needs for the city, according to your own survey. Number 1 was trails. Number 2 was a golf course. Number 3 was nature preserve. Number 4 was a golf learning center. Number 5 was open spaces. And number 6 was a community center. Nowhere on your list is there a surf park, is there a skate park, or any number of things that you might be getting back from this RFP. And as a matter of fact, tonight I passed out a user list from the skate park that you were considering spending $3.5 million on, as well as the operations. The city, I'm sure, would like to have you pay for the operations. Right now, there are 16 passes, and last year there were 24 passes. Year before that, there were 25 passes sold for this. Craig, you have been a big proponent of making sure that you don't have single-use type of facilities. This is certainly a single-use type of facility. And based upon this data, the use is going down dramatically. I've been to the skate park 10 times in the last month. I was there last Friday. I talked to the attendant there. Nobody came in. I was there a couple days before and nobody came in. Not just when I was there, nobody. I've been there 10 times. I saw one person using that skate park the entire time. Okay. And the skate park actually looks pretty nice. I mean, they got stands, they got a shade for the stands. So it looks pretty nice. But again, that is not compatible for a residential area. And even if you look at your Ocala sample that you were going to be using for how they're designing that skate park, that's not in a residential area. Look in Delray Beach. There they have a skate park right between US 1 North and South, not in a residential area. So again, as one of the people who've been here for the last 10 years, watching this process go through, to open it up to a circus is a disservice to the residents and to the integrity of this board. So please keep in mind what all the residents have told you that they want to have, what the needs are, and keep that in mind when you decide what part of the circus you want to have in our area.
Thank you. Next.
All right, so I'm Joshua Valleau, and I live at 19676 Dinner Key Drive. I know we're busy, so I'll keep it short. I am in favor of the surf park. My girlfriend got me into surfing about a year ago, and we honestly were able to build a better relationship and connect on a deeper level because of it. I honestly believe that I get scared sometimes when she goes alone to go surf because Mother Nature is, you never know sometimes. One wave can knock you out and you're all alone out there. So I believe, honestly, like everyone else said, yes, a lot of us will be more happy and in spirits, build a connection, but I believe it gives us a safe space for people like me. I'm new. I'd rather go there and learn where I have a controlled environment, people that are experienced and can watch over myself and others, younger, old, whatever age group. Just gives us a chance to get out there and connect with each other. So thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Mujica. I live at 21277 Greenwood Court. And I have a lot to say, so I'll try to make it quick. I've got 4 children, one who I taught to skate at your skate park here in Boca. So I'm happy to hear that there might be another one coming. I'm here today to talk about the golf, though. My son, who's 12, joined the Newell Golf Academy a year and a half ago, and it's totally changed his life. I live in Boca Grove, which I do have a golf course there. It's just not really geared towards children. And what those guys have done there for the kids and for my son's dreams of being a golfer is it makes us so happy to see that he's going to have a lifelong love for the sport. But as I've heard about the surf and the skate and everything like that, we also are a surf family. I haven't been in the water forever because I have 4 children and I drive them all over town. So if there's surfing, skating, and golf possibly all encompassed in the same area, maybe we can have my son golf for 4 hours and I can surf and my other son can skate. So I think this is great. Sorry to hear some of the other people's comments, but Boca's a thriving city. I'm happy to live here. It's safe. I would love to see a more area for children to congregate, get together, take care of each other, like this gentleman said earlier, and grow with passion in the sports that we have. We have a beautiful ocean. We've got green, golf courses around us. And so I'm in favor. I just wanted to say, I think this sounds like a great project and I support it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Peter Nathan. I'm a golf professional. I work over at Boca Golf. Now I'm going to be at Park Ridge as the director of instruction through Newell Golf. This lady mentioned something about living on a golf course and tranquility and serenity. My address is 18285 Southeast Courtview Circle, Tequesta, Florida. I live on a golf course. It's a par 3, 9 holes. There's birds that chirp and wake me up in the morning. I got deer there. I got a little pond. So for people who want peacefulness and quiet, yes, golf is going to bring you that. I started out 12 years old. My mom was a single mom, and there was a little 9-hole golf course that I used to pedal my bicycle down to. And trouble can find you anywhere. And I had friends who used to go to baseball practice, but I used to go to that golf course. And my mom always knew where I was going to be. She knew that I wasn't going to be in any trouble. Golf is much more in a game. It'll teach you honor, respect, courage. You find out a lot about yourself. These are things that you can carry on for the rest of your life. I'm very excited to see that there are now young girls that get into the game. There's a lot of college scholarships money that goes not used, but for girls golf, that's a great way for education and also for youngsters, males, as far as for education and for golf, where they can go with it. I strongly urge you to, this lady was saying about perpetuity. A lot of those people who live there, they want for their own peace of mind, a golf course, green space that they can wake up to. These people have worked hard all their lives, and they bought with the understanding that this was going to be something that they were going to have. So thank you for listening to me, and I wish you all the best of luck as far as with what you decide to do as far as putting a golf course there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready?
Yep, go ahead. State your name and your address, please.
My name is Haneen Sid. I'm at 16170 Rosecroft Terrace, and I'm here in favor of the surf park. For anybody who surfs in here, I'm sure you all know that there is sort of a spiritual element that comes in with surfing, tranquility on its own in that aspect. There's a reason people come all to Florida to be in around the beaches, and be in that serene environment. And I'm here in favor of the surf park, honestly. I think it's gonna get the youth out. Personally, my little brother, he is at home all day on his iPad, and it's hard to get him to go to the beach. It's hard to get him to go to parks. And I feel that having a surf park around here would be a perfect way to bring the youth and bring the elder generation together, all for one cause. Because from what I'm hearing is that it's intended to be a surf, skate, and golf course. I also want to speak about, potential noise nuisances that come with the park. So, you know, I work in an Amazon warehouse. I'm a manager there, and I'm very familiar with noise pollution. We have sound meters. We have people who measure the sound around the building to make sure that, the sound is at appropriate levels, and there are areas in the building we need to wear earplugs in. And that kind of sound is completely different from the sound that would be generated from a man-made wave pool, essentially, because that's what it is. And, I really appreciate that this park is intended to be built with sustainability in mind, because I'm sure that everybody is fully aware of the rise of AI, whether you support it or not. Personally, I do. With the rise of AI comes the rise of data centers. And, just in Georgia, there are huge data centers that produce a ton of sound pollution, and they use a lot of water. And the people in the neighboring residential areas, they have sediments in their waters. Their water pressure is not anywhere near what ours is like. And they have light pollution, they have sound pollution. So honestly, I'm just very grateful that we're here together to get a surf park built and not a data center built in our backyards. And that's all I got.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is David Fleischman. I live at 624 Jaeger Drive. It's right there by Hidden Valley. Grew up most of my entire life in Boca Raton. Surfed the majority of it, albeit it's a tough thing being a surfer in Florida with often a lack of waves. The amount of demand out there is huge. There's so many people that love to surf and just not the opportunity. I myself went to college in California because of it. Even this year I got married. We did our honeymoon in the Maldives. Can figure why. They've got good waves. So as far as the concerns with noise, I can't think of anything much more peaceful than lapping waves over water. A lot of people pay a premium for that to live in condos by the beach. Just kind of an anecdote right there. But yeah, overall, it's such a positive idea. And so many people I've talked to are excited by the prospect, even non-surfers. So just wanted to chime in.
Thank you.
I'm Harold Chappie. I'm the president of Keep Golf in Boca. It's a non-for-profit organization. I represent almost 1,000 golfers. We've been coming here for over 10
Sorry,
years.
Harold, just state your address, please.
6200 Northwest Second Avenue in Boca Chica.
Thank you.
We've been coming here over 10 years, right when the property actually was in Lenore's hand. And we fought for the city thought it'd be a great idea to shut down the municipal golf course and switch. Put the municipal golf course over in that area within 27 holes. And then, and for the whole project to be completed, which you came up with a great project, it was only $28 million. Okay, they were going to sell their golf course for $72 million. All right. Then all of a sudden came across the Boca Hotel, Dell, who offered the property for free, the White Elephant. They've been trying to get rid of for 2 years, and the city takes it. They have almost $42 million into that dump already, and it'll never be what they really want it to be. All right. Besides that, it's not even the city limits. They can't even advertise that they have a golf course. All they have is Red Reef. That's it. Last couple of meetings I've been actually hearing after all this time, I've been hearing a couple of people mention about golf. Golf was one of the main reasons why we came here. because we relied on you because you had a charter where you couldn't sell, give, grant, lease, or convey land. And then you worked around that and you call it a concession. And you start putting stuff all over the property when we can't stop you now. But there is a deed restriction in perpetuity with the land, but we can't enforce it because we're a municipality. But the number one, you did surveys, city did survey, a lot of surveys done. Every time was one or two came up golf. And you're still resistant to do that. You know, you should listen to the people. You know, that's what they really want. It's a passive sport, relaxing, it's out in the fresh air. That's what started the golf because of the pandemic. Everybody's staying inside, you know. We want to get the kids outside. We want to teach them something to do, you know. I mean, the wave park is great, you know. I've been a surfer since I was 12 years old, you know, and I live in New Jersey, okay? And there's always waves. Down here, there's no waves. But the idea is that when you're in the ocean, it's completely different than a wave pool because it's so tranquil out there and you're just waiting for that big wave to come, which never comes. But you wait out there and you wait and you wait. And then when you do get a good wave, you're grounded, you know, there's no water in front of it. And you got to do a tuck and roll and try to save your life, you know. But anyway, with that, but I think that you basically should still consider a golf course. You know, it's needed and it's wanted. This way the city can publicize that they have a golf course in the city. Because right now they can't, you know? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here on behalf of my friend that lives in Boca. My name is Bryce, and I'm here to tell you why we should have a golf project in our city. According to the National Golf Foundation, also known as the NGF, since 2019, on-course junior golfers ages 6 through 17 have increased by about 1 million participants, a 40% rise. A golf course or practice area would give families a safe place to spend time together, and it would help kids stay active instead of being stuck on phones or tablets all day. Golf teaches patience, focus, and respect, which are really important skills for school and life. It could also bring new people to our city. Visitors might come for tournaments or just to practice, which helps local businesses like restaurants and shops. But the best part is that golf is a sport everyone can try. Whether you're young or old, people with different abilities can all play with their own pace. If our city supports this project, it shows that we care about health, community, and fun for everyone. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you'll support this idea. Because if we build this project, it's not just about golf. It's about building a stronger community. Thank you.
That was great, buddy. That was a really good speech. You didn't say once, so that was really good. What's your last name? Thank you.
My name is Kenzie. I live in 1082 Southwest 3rd Street. The Boca Surf Park, it's just meant to be there. Golf, I'll maybe reconsider my thinking, but it's kind of boring at the moment. But maybe if it's fun. But what kid doesn't like having fun? Like there's gonna be like maybe like surfing, and people can learn to surf. Like some of my friends don't know how to. Like they've tried in the ocean, but like their parents are kind of like scared of it. So they can go in the surf park where there's like no animals and it's like controlled, and it would just be a very amazing surfing. Because in Boca there's no waves, and I've been begging my parents to like move up coast to where there is waves, but there's no. But like they don't want to move, so I need somewhere where there's waves for me and my friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Anybody else have any comments? Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon all. My name is Guilherme Auriemo. I live in 21842 Old Bridge Trail, Boca Raton. So I have a little story to talk to you about the surf park. You know, I'm here in pro of the surf park. I was one of the luckiest guys that I have experience with that. I lived for 4 years in an environment, in a community that have the surf park and the golf. So my story is like this. I have a little son. He was 6 by that time. And he was surfing with me every weekend and was like dreaming about surfing with him my whole life. But now what happened is he's the pro champion of golf. And he was never gonna have this experience if I didn't go to the surf community, because they have the golf also. So my thing is, you know, as a city, you must achieve the diversity and opportunity for all. And now I'm so happy for him because that's his thing. You know, he's a champion and I'm so happy for him. And I think if you think about Boca, you know, it's known all over the world for tennis and golf. And there's a lot of opportunity here. You can't say that. And the size that the surf park has is about 3 or 4 holes of a golf course. You know, it's not even close to 18 holes. So what you're talking about here is now from all the golf courses we have here, just about 4 holes for the surf park. And that's why I think you should think about it, of the opportunity for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, last call for public comment. Yep, go ahead.
Andrew Dixon, 299 Northwest 64th Street. I had no idea you're thinking about doing a surf park. It's pretty cool. I think, first of all, I personally thought like the city of Boca was going to try to take this land and build houses there. So whatever you guys are doing, I think paying off the bond was a really great idea. So whatever you end up doing is going to be better than what the city of Boca wanted to do. So I appreciate you guys paying off the bond. I am born and raised in Boca. I remember when you built the original skate park and actually learned how to skate at that park. And it was pretty freaking awesome. So if there is a need for a skate park, I don't know why you wouldn't, you know, want to do it. My only thing with the surf park is I forget how many acres there are for the golf course. I think it's like 100 and something acres. If you don't put in like a really nice golf course, then you're not going to get a lot of people to play. So if you like end up like sacrificing land to put in the surf park and do like a sort of like a mediocre golf course that's not very difficult, then you're not going to get the sort of volume or like golfers that are going to play. So that's my 2 cents. But I am in support of the surf park.
Thank you. All right, this is the last call for a public comment. Nope. Okay, we'll go ahead and close public comment and do approval of minutes of the previous board meeting held on August 4th.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Ernst,
Yes.
Commissioner Engel,
Yes.
Commissioner Rollins.
Yes.
Commissioner Vogelsang,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, moving on to regular business. Item number 1, the North Park soil mitigation.
Commissioners, page 7 of your agenda packets is a brief memo detailing the soil mitigation. I'm going to put up a graphic for the audience. As you all know, Boca Paddle is out there. They started construction on their site. They've, as they're getting ready to pour the concrete base, they've come back and said, hey, we know that you guys need to move soil out of these particular areas. We can take all of the soil from what's labeled as the snake and what's labeled as phase 1 and put that under our building. That's the preferred way from the DEP to put contaminated soil underneath a concrete foundation rather than carry it off-site. And it's obviously way more expensive to carry that material off-site as well. So tonight, looking for a motion to approve the resolution that Mr. Horowitz will read into the record.
Thank you, Brianne. Just as a matter of procedure, we do have a resolution with this item. There are certain procurement requirements, as the board is aware. Given the fact that the Butters Group, as the agent of Boca Paddle, is currently on site, there's some cost savings by engaging Butters for this specific purpose. With Brianne's assistance, we prepared a resolution that embraces that procurement option pursuant with Chapter 287 of Florida statutes. The resolution in your backup is a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the Greater Boca Raton Beach and Park District, finding and declaring that it is in the district's best interest to engage the Butters Group to conduct soil remediation at North Park, providing for a waiver of competitive procurement and bidding requirements set forth in Chapter 287 as applicable, authorizing and directing the engagement of the Butters Group to conduct soil remediation at North Park, providing for conflicts, severability, providing for an effective date. And the resolution in your backup includes specific findings of the board to support that specific engagement.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? No? Do we have a motion?
Move to approve resolution 2025-04 regarding removal of soil.
Second. All right. Cool.
Commissioner Ernst?
Yes.
Commissioner Engel?
Yes.
Commissioner Rollins?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous.
Okay, moving on to item number 2, the Patrick Park Community Center ADA restroom evaluation and design.
Commissioners, on page 24 of your agenda packets is a memo detailing the work order from WZA. And this would allow for them to evaluate the restrooms currently at the Patrick Park Community Center. As you all know, we're moving forward with the CAP program, which will be a community accessibility program. It's important to have those restrooms evaluated for ADA compliance. So this work order would allow for that to happen.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Go ahead.
Well, I had the opportunity to go visit the entire center there at Pat's Reef, and it needs a lot of work, you know, and if this is really going to be what we want it to be for, you know, helping out folks in a disabled type program, there is no question the bathrooms have to be removed and ADA. There's a lot of work to be done out there. And to me, you know, just talking with Brianne, walking through it, we're doing a bit of a Band-Aid on it. And so I would, if we could have the capacity to do it, I think it would be much better to do it right. And I defer to Brianne to give us some guidance on it, because if you look out there, I know that the roof of the community center is going to be redone. That's on schedule. But the interior of that entire facility is beyond dated. This is 1970 stuff. There's some things you can work with, but it needs more than paint and tender loving care. So I personally would like to see us take the time to invest some money into it, and try to get it done before we start having programming out there.
Well, we are discussing the budget on the next item on the agenda. Happy, we can add this additional project with the millage rate the current millage rate that we're at 1.08. We certainly have the capacity to add this project. This is not a project that would require a site plan, so it's something we could get done next year. Happy to go back and have WZA give us a deeper scope of services to evaluate the facility and make those design changes. if
So
that's
do you
something everybody
think
wants.
if we left the millage rate the way it was, we will be able to incorporate something, and then
Then I,
WZA could,
yes, then I
Okay.
could do it.
okay.
Yes.
Was that a motion you made, Craig?
No, I didn't make a motion. I was just,
If everybody wants that, if I could just have direction to go back and have WZA expand the scope, I can bring that back to a future meeting.
I'm certainly supportive of that, because I've used that facility before, years ago, and it was a little weary then. So I know that it's in need of a major overhaul, and would certainly support that being considered in the budget.
Okay.
Susan?
Brianne, is that going to interfere with the commencement of the program there?
So they're
Can
gonna, they can go ahead and start rolling out the program. We would obviously look at these things and how we could do them without impacting it. If we're gonna make changes in the interior, we would move around that program if they had classes and things going at that time. We want to get the restrooms evaluated now before they start right now, they're doing their initial evaluation of programs and city programs and things like that. So we can get the restrooms evaluated first and then start the work on the rest of the building.
So we can possibly do the restrooms first and then once we get in there and WZA says, oh, well, you need this, this, and this, it's not going to, they're not going to come back and say, oh, let's just destroy the restrooms you just fixed.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do the restrooms yet. I would just do a complete evaluation, but when we start doing work, we would do those restrooms first as part of
Okay,
the project.
I see.
But I would, when I come back with a new scope, if that's the direction of the board, I will talk to those who are running the CAP program and talk about working around their schedule, because they had some certain timelines that they had set and how we could work with that.
I'd love to see it updated.
Yeah, agreed. We did have a good walkthrough today. It was eye-opening.
yeah, so I guess, so for this proposal, the answer is no.
Come back with
And
more.
come back with a more detailed proposal
Okay.
to investigate it. But I think collectively, we're very supportive of getting a proposal to really redo that area and do it correctly.
And I would add a budget item to our budget.
Yep.
And we'll talk about that at the next item on the agenda, but
Correct.
we'll go through that. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Moving on to item number 3, budget discussion.
So Commissioners, page 31 of your agenda packets is another memo. We've discussed our current millage rate of 1.08. We've discussed reducing it to 1.06. I would ask that the board leave it at the 1.08 so that we do have enough room to add this additional project. And of course, if there's any, construction costs are going up, we're going to be building North Park very soon. And we just don't know if we encounter additional costs on those projects. So I would recommend leaving it at the 1.08. And I would come back at our September 3rd meeting with a budget line for the community center improvements as well.
We need a motion?
I just need direction because I'll get that prepared for the first public hearing.
Yeah. I'm in favor of keeping the millage rate where it is, so we have the flexibility. I think Craig is 100% right. If we're gonna do it, let's just not put a Band-Aid on it. Let's do it the right way. And if that entails a separate budget line, so be it. That's where I'm at.
Okay. I'm seeing heads now.
Everybody in consensus on that? Yep, okay. All right, we'll close regular business and do approval of payroll and invoices.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion of approval of payroll and invoices in the amount of $2,941,581.89.
Second.
Okay, it'll be a second by Bob. Yeah. And we'll do a roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Ernst,
Yes.
Commissioner Engel,
Yes.
Commissioner Rollins.
Yes.
Commissioner Vogelsang,
Yes.
Commissioner Ray.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, moving on to reports and discussion items. Executive Director Harms.
Commissioners, we received 9 responses to our RFQ for contractors. This is a request to qualify contractors to build out the east side of North Park. We're continuing to evaluate those and we'll come back at our next meeting with recommendations for the contractors who we feel should move forward and bid on the project. The traffic garden right now is ready to open to the public, a soft opening. Fencing and restrooms are going to be installed next week and the shade cover will not come unfortunately until the end of September because has to be manufactured and things are delayed right now. So we'd like to look at doing a ribbon cutting, possibly not this Thursday, but next Thursday, if everybody's available.
That would be the 28th.
It's a good question. Yes, the 28th.
Depends on the time.
Well, we were looking at doing it like at 10 a.m. and just a low key ribbon cutting. I'll email everybody.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, we have a couple goods. The Sugar Sand Park roof replacements are ongoing. The field house is currently being worked on right now. The generator at the field house replacement is complete. And then the bids for the multi-sport rink cover at Sugar Sand Park are due back September 5th. So we'll look forward to bringing that back at a later meeting in September. A couple of items that came up during the public comments that I just wanted to add to. The needs assessment was brought up. I do just want to clarify for the public that needs assessment, all that data was collected in 2019 before the city had that new golf course assigned to them or given to them. And it also, as far as the trails go, we are addressing the trails and the desire for trails on the east side of North Park. We're going to have over 5 miles of walking trails out there and shared use trails. I also want to clarify too, just for a matter of transparency, the skate park that the city currently has is only open 31 hours per week. So it is not open all day like a lot of skate parks are where you can just come and go as you want. It's open minimal hours, not even open on the weekends and the morning times. So it's limited in its accessibility to the public as well. And that is all I have today.
Thank you. Michael?
The general counsel's office doesn't have anything to report. I did just have one comment I wanted to share. I was at a meeting of a municipality in Broward County earlier today, and they were just talking about some park renovations. And on 2 separate occasions by 2 separate people, Sugar Sand Park came up as the model that city was looking to do something quite like. I thought it was a nice compliment to the district. I just wanted to offer that, but I have nothing else to report. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Steve.
First, I said this last meeting, I'll say it again. I'm gratified to see the attendance that we have here. Brianne, can we set up a ticket booth out front? No, seriously, it's not only that you guys showed up and expressed your feelings, but you did it in a respectable manner. You let people have their say. You gave applause, even if you didn't agree, which I thought was really, I wish I had a video so we could show this to Congress. So But really, keep coming, keep voicing your opinion. I will always listen. Send me an email, tell me what's on your mind. I may not respond to the email, but I will read it. And I'm sure I'm speaking for all, well, I can't really say that I'm speaking for everybody, but I'm fairly confident that there are others on this commission that share my feelings. So that's all I got. Oh, and I will be celebrating the anniversary of the 52 years I'm in love with the same woman a week from tonight, but don't tell my wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you, wife.
Greg, you're up.
Congratulations. Just one item, I wanted to ask about the timing of the proposed schedule for reviewing of everything. And just confer that, are we going to have, the list here that you gave us has got the RFPs are all due. They're issued, they've been sent out, proposals coming back September 17th. Then for our meeting purposes, when would be the first opportunity? When do you want to have a ranking of them and presentations and stuff?
Our first meeting after we receive them is October 6th. So we had that as an opportunity to talk about it. If you wanted to start scheduling, I guess it depends on how many we get, but if you wanted to start scheduling presentations that night, we could also do that. I do know that there is space. I think in the past we used the Willow Theater for space.
Yeah.
So that room is available on October 6th.
So maybe a thought on that is, let's target October 6th to have that presentation, but it may require another meeting beforehand to kind of sort, if needed, to, I don't know how many you're going to get, what you're going to get, but we should think about maybe some additional time frame, because before you know it, you're coming to the end of the year. You know, it's just going to be tough scheduling. So our only real window to look at this and get things done is in the September, October timeframe. And I think that's important because we need to just kind of know where we're at with all these things and then kind of move on.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, if I might bring up a good point, maybe we should make sure we schedule times for both October meetings to interview, and we can do that in advance. And if we don't have, if we have more than enough time to do it in one meeting, so fine, we can do it in one meeting. If we need to go over and do it in the second meeting, we're making the time for it. So yeah,
Right.
I think that would
But you'd
be.
be able to cancel it if you don't need it.
Exactly. I think that's a great idea.
I think in the past we did a 10-minute presentation and then Q&A following that. Do we want to stick with that same?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all you have?
That's all I have. Yep.
Okay, Bob?
Oh, thanks, Madam Chair. I have several things on my agenda. First of all, I want to ask about the cell tower that we had discussions on about 2 years ago and where we are today in that process, because I remember Steve complaining that he had poor cell service at Sugar Sand Park. And I don't want to have there to be any activity over there that where people cannot reach, an emergency 911 call if they need to. So can you just summarize where we are with that?
Sure. We had a proposal from Michael Hahn from Hahn Towers. The board deferred that at the last meeting. We have not put out an RFP, so if that's something that the board wants to look at doing, I would suggest that we work on putting an RFP together to bring back to another meeting to look at.
Refresh my memory, when we first discussed this 2 years ago, I know we looked at the location, looked at the cell tower configuration. Didn't we kind of give it the tacit approval for them to move forward? But has it been stalled since then in the process of not getting information back from the owner of this company?
Yeah, they worked, they were working with the city and working on getting approvals. I'm not sure what else they worked on during that time period. But in that time, I think the terms are still the same as they were 2 years ago. So I think maybe it would be positive for us to put out an RFP to see if there's other terms that we want to look at, or even, the design of the cell towers have changed too. So we may want to look at that as well.
Yeah, I think since it's been that length of time and I know there's a need for it, that we probably should consider making that an agenda item at our next meeting with that idea in mind of doing an RFP.
Could I have one more meeting to get that RFP written, just because we have so many other things going on.
Really? No, I'm certainly supportive of that.
Okay.
I just don't want it to get lost in all the things that we're doing. So
Okay.
then that would be fine. The other is I know the city does cost of living adjustments for their employees. And I'm just wondering if that's something that you as the executive director might be interested in having on, looking at the budget and see if we have ways to make that adjustment, and at the same time, whether there's any need for evaluating current salaries and status of whether those are meeting, our obligation to our employees to keep their salaries, competitive with what's going on in the industry.
I love our staff like family. We have a very small staff, so I definitely support that. Last year, we also gave a cost of living increase. We fund all the city staff who work at our parks. We fund a cost of living increase every year for them. So I think we should be consistent with that. We did plan for that in our budget item, so we do have that room. And certainly a merit increase is warranted as well, because as we get busier, we're not growing our staff. We're still just 3 people doing a lot of work and wearing a lot of different hats. So I think that is a great idea. And I'll certainly work on some evaluations and send those out. We have a process in place in our handbook, so I'll just follow that process and account for that. My
Okay.
process is a little bit different. So you all would have to publicly evaluate me for that.
Can we pass the hat?
Do we have an agreement in your employment agreement that we do an annual evaluation on you anyway, Brian, or?
You don't have to do it annually, but if you want to give me an increase, you do have to do an evaluation.
And when was the last evaluation you had?
Last year,
Okay.
I'm open for another one.
Well, listen, I tell you, as our project list grows, and the effectiveness of your efforts with the budget process, I would think it'd be appropriate for you to, give some consideration to give us direction on that. I mean, I for one would support, a merit increase because of the job that you've been doing, the things that we've, got the new reports we have to do to the state, number one, which you've done an excellent job with, and then keeping all these projects moving like you have, and there's a lot of balls in the air. I would submit to the commission that we ought to give some consideration to make an adjustment for you and I don't know how to go about it in terms of making this happen, but that's my wish that we could do that.
I'll put the materials together that I put together previously.
Okay.
And I think Mr. Horowitz and probably Mr. Gorn helped out
We do.
just
We'll
as a
work
matter
together.
of,
We'll work together on the procedure.
Okay, well,
Happily.
I don't know that I can't speak for the other members of the commission, but I think that we all agree that you've done a wonderful job, and having been on the commission as long as I have, I can tell you this is probably the smoothest budget process we've been through, and it's due to the preparation of you and Merv that you've done to streamline this, and Greg, was no small part of that too, so thank you. That's all, Madam Chair.
thank you.
Okay. Bob, I totally agree that Brianne has done an amazing job, and I have no migraines when I leave these meetings anymore, so. I did receive an email from a blast from the past from Mr. Greg Galanis, who is now the president of the Men's Golf League over at the Boca Raton Golf and Racket Club. And he asked that I just share some information that he's trying to get out to the golf community and others. He sent an email to he has 150 residents who are in his golf league. And they're residents. That doesn't include the people who are snowbirds and what have you. So they're looking for a short, flexible course that is senior and kid-friendly, a lighted driving range, a putting course, and a teaching and learning center. We did receive some responses, or he did, that he forwarded to me, and I just told him I wouldn't read all the emails because you guys want to go home before the next millennium. So I will read their names because I think they took the time to write to Mr. Galanis, and they want their voices to be heard, but they couldn't be here. Mr. Jody Weiner, Joe Sita, Rick Cardinella, Michael Costello, Gary Neal, Roy Garman, Steve Leskowitz, Wally Elfield, Peter Sampson, and Neil Mannheimer. So I'd just like to thank them. They all pretty much expressed the same desire that Mr. Galanis had noted in his email, that they're ready for an adjunct course to the Golf and Racket Club. So thank you very much.
Madam Chair, just one thing, there was maybe some confusion of a speaker earlier that, the comments seemed like that they were directed at the people who run Boca Municipal Course, which is not us. And we had nothing to do with that project. In fact, walked away from that offer to be handed that white elephant. And so I would hope that, folks that are concerned about the course and the issues that they know to go to the city to address the city council rather than us. I mean, there's nothing we can do to facilitate any improvements in the facilities there. I would hope that they would understand and go to the city and address that with city council.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good point.
Okay, I just have one thing. I was playing pickleball at Patch Reef on Sunday, and somebody mentioned that the lights, there was a few lights out at night or something. So if we could check on that, I don't know if the staff goes out there and checks the lights or whatever, but that was an issue. And I have seen a bunch of people out at the traffic garden already riding their bikes, and the parents standing around. So that's exciting too, even though it's like 8,000 degrees outside. So I think it'll be really used once the temperatures cool off a little bit. But it's good to see people out there and using the safe space for the kids to ride their bikes. I think it was well worth it. So yay. And that's it. So that's all I got.
See you after the meeting.
See?
Move to adjourn.
Second?
Commissioner Ernst?
Yes.
Commissioner Engel?
Yes.
Commissioner Rollins?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Meeting adjourned.